And to me, love looks like Jesus dying on a Roman cross. And to me, that's the shape of God's heart.
There's a light hanging over me. There's a beam running way down, turning sorrow to ecstasy. As the dust comes to life, see the shape of your heart, where the margins collide. There's a light hanging over me, where your love crossed the line.
Maddie just had this melody. He was playing it one night, and I was actually in the booth. I was about to sing another song, and I could hear music playing through the headphones because they were just on in the other room because the thing was on. And I'm like, what is that song? Like, what is? And I went running into the other room. I'm like, Maddie, what is that? And he's like, oh, it's just this thing. I was just showing Mikey, like I just wrote it. He was kind of mumbling words, but he was saying that there's a light hanging over me. And I was just like, I just got this picture of like the two beams of the cross, the horizontal beam and the vertical beam, and this idea of looking at the cross and what it represents. And there's a light hanging over me. There's a beam, like a light beam running way down. And then the next verse is there's a love hanging over me. There's a beam running way out, and when we see a picture of a cross, it's kind of limited. It hits the dirt and it kind of goes up. But the way I see it is God's love is infinite in every single direction, deeper than we could ever go, deeper than we could ever fall, deeper than death itself, and as deep as wildest heavens, deeper than whatever's on the edge of expanding light in the universe that we could never find. God's love runs that far, and it runs as wide as we can imagine, wider than any of us could run, wider than even the most rebellious or wildest heart could try and escape God's love. His love reaches wider and further and higher and deeper than all of it. The picture of the cross that just kind of, it brings everything together, literally. This idea that it connects everything that's, up and down and wide and far out, intersected in the exchange that is God revealing his love through his son Jesus, who died on the cross for all of our sins.
See the shape of your heart, where the margins collide.
So this song, as simple it is, I think there's like the gospel's wrapped up in it, and it's one that I pray stirs people to think differently about who God is and how he looks at us, how he looks at you, how he looks at me, how he looks at others as well. I pray that we never limit what the cross cost Jesus to tear down, and that's the walls.
Hanging over me, there's a fire burning inside, as the word comes to life in me, in the shape of your heart.